Major before either. So some history is going to be made today, and really excited to see this one going into Nuke. Now, Nuke has not gone well at all for Mouse. They've played it twice. They've lost it twice. Big, they've played it 3 times. They've won it once. So for both teams, Nuke has not been great for them throughout this challenger stage.
Now, and it's always important, you know, often, Chad, we knife for sides in a third, and this is just with so much on the line, it's worth clarifying no knife has taken place.
Yeah, Big decided to remove Vertigo, which took us to Nuke, which means mousesports as Team B in the veto get to decide to start on the CT side. Now, if they can get the pistol, if they're able to convert off the back of that, they're going to set themselves up. A great way to kick this off. They have the momentum of that last map win, and we look to Frozen, who has some massive performances for mousesports on this very map. Ramp is fast, and away they go. Sirius spotted the rotation in and dropped pressure, but there he is.
Oh my lord, he's running out of players, Big. Is there anything to say? Yes, Cade and Tabson have a contribution, and more than just a contribution, we've got a 2v2. What? This is the quickest turnaround of what looked like a 2v5. Now, it's 2v2.
Dexter's heard this.
Very loud about that. They molly the vent, I love it, but Dexter, will he go unchecked?
Interesting angle choice.
Yeah, he will be able to
free kill.
Tabson a freebie. An absolute freebie, and now the trade is not to be. Dexter denies. Wow, that got sketchy. Real sketchy, and Big Clan, they do remind Mouse to keep humble.
Yeah, Bemis, they're overstepping the mark, right? He could have played to contain, but he played for the kill, and that almost opened the door. It definitely opened the avenue. Fortunately, the bomb not going down there. Rops is a player to test on ramp, right? He is going to be insane for this, and Frozen as well is a name that I know we have been screaming about on Nuke, especially in some of these lower holds. So let's keep our eyes peeled here, because Big, they've gone on for the Force Fire, and well, a lot of the times they haven't. So this is a change up for Big.
Love me some Counter-Strike and love me some fast vent plays. Look, there's no info. He's burning. Dexter's right behind him. He's blocked by them. He hears them descend, and likely knows there's one lingering lobby. That's the lurk. Searson yard, and already that bomb is being planted. Keto has done an awful lot now for Big Clan.
Batten down the hatches, boys. They're coming. Rops is already there. Dexter taking a fight, and he's put low. This is going to get real awkward. Mouse have to go through secret.
Yeah, Big should be very threatening in this one, and it's rifles so much invested. M4s,
There's
3
no kit.
FAMAS, no kit. They prioritized the weaponry because they didn't anticipate such a quick plant. Searson's not going to clear his corners. And running out of players, the defuse likely to come in. It's all onto Gade, and he's not got it in him. So a great recovery as it stands. The jewels all being connected and collected. You can see the kill distribution. It's just Bemis with the double. Everyone else finding just the single.
Well handled there. It did get very sketchy. You can't believe how many players made it down the vent with that ease. Now, they have to see if that is an avenue that stays open throughout. Are they happy to give up that territory?
But like, so some flashes CT vent, a molly on the hut. The only way you're contesting that is if you're ready to actively fight it, and they just weren't. They opted to incendiary it. Door swings open, or rather naded off, and yeah, they just fly down there. So well played to Big, at least getting the cash of that bomb plant. They do concede, and we'll have to take this one on the chin.
Now as we look here just at this 4 Deagles and a Glock, walk into yard and see what headshots they can find. Acor be the man to be tested.
What's Tabson lining up? Is that towards, okay, towards the unbreakable box?
We have seen a bit of this as well. That smoke coming into Vogue in recent times. We even saw, I think it was Big who decided to walk through it and mowed on down, but Acor finds the first.
Everyone's favorite headshot angle, looking for some info. He gets a boatload of it. Bemis cleaning house. He's got the support of Acor and Spotless.
Here's going to be the first gun round. Now, this is where we really get to see what type of pace Big are going to be coming in things with. Now, I mentioned before, they like to do the yard smokes, and they actually had Tizian crawling behind them. Now, I understand why you would want to remove Tabson from that role, right? Because you want him with the pack to be able to make some better mid-round calls. But that's a role where you need to take some big risks to try and take some fights. So let's see. Are they going to stick with Tizian, or is Tabson going to go with him?
I'm going to say that one missed, Chad, with conviction, no less. That CT smoke now finds itself deep out of the map in Cedarwood Creek.
Yeah, just floating.
Just in case. Just in case. You never know. Oh, and there you go. Juggling of the utility. The new meta slowly being caught. Good catch from the odds team.
Now, this is going to be deployed here just to stop them in secret and really just close the door on them going quick. But ramp is where they turn their attention. It's a 2-man set of Rops and Frozen.
Keto versus Robs here, and he's been spotted out, does evade, and hoping to bait that it's only him. Looking the wrong way. Searson completely booked. Good trade out of Gade. Rob's a lot on his shoulders. Where did their health just go? It was Bemis with a fantastic nade, but Rob's has been booked. And Bemis has got the entire Big Clan squad, or at least 4 of them, up against him. Aiko wants to catch a timing hit on 2 of them, so allowed to let this one go down, and M4 is certainly an upgrade for Aiko.
Is it a save or is it a look in here? They're close enough here to take a fight.
I think Big are asking the same question.
Oh, another smoke. Surely that's going to seal the deal.
Yeah, I mean, with the man disadvantage and with some weapons recovered, and especially the AWP, I mean, that's got to be Mouse looking for another bite in. But that's going to be Big breaking their silence early, and I think that's important.
Poor BMS here, like, well, he's stuck. He needs to find a way out, and surprisingly, has made it up through the vents. So, very lucky that nobody's looking. It's out of dodge, makes his way with the rest of his team towards T-spawn. Holding on to these guns, well, you highlighted in the last game just how many rifles they saved. Maybe we're going to see more of the same here on the CT side of Nuke.
But yeah, I mean, that was relatively simple, wasn't it? You win your ramp fight. I think Gade's initial trade stopped things from getting awkward there. And yeah, Rops, I mean, he chose to kind of stick around and actively contest on ramp, and just losing that duel results in Big Clans first.
We know that mousesports can hit the big red button and bring out the double. Ooh,
this is the one that missed, is it? Or what is he cooking up here?
What is this about, Aiko? Hello. Is that meant to be a quick smoke that they can lurk behind here? Oh, gone over the fence again. Someone has to go collect the ball, boys. You're close. It's just missing the lip of the fence.
Yeah, it's funny. It looks experimental and exciting. We'll come back to that. I'm sure it's going to be connected eventually.
Well, ramp's open. Rops is dead, and massive problems here.
Safe?
We're on smoke watch. Yeah, we'll stay with the smoke and gone.
Dexter doesn't plan to. He's actually at least going to be able to be slightly responsive to this low side. They're storming down the ramp now, hanging out in control, and maybe going to maintain some control. Ooh. If he doesn't go too deep. A flash for the re-peek. Very brave. He gobbles it himself. He might even burn down. He's found a little bit of a safe haven on the stairs. Kito's been down, brought even lower. Dexter, great awareness, but the bomb's been down and...
Save again.
Yeah, that 4-letter word.
Oh, starting to look very CIS right now, isn't it? Well, this one here, you can justify. Aiko has 6.1 in the bank balance. BMS has 6.7. So as far as the buys go, no dramas there. But right now they're being outmaneuvered, right? I liked it when they had the 2-man ramp stack, but not enough to get them the round. This time, Rops is dead. And he's the player you're going to turn to here, the superstar yesterday. And it's not that he isn't contributing. You take a look at the scoreboards. The last game had his moments. Acor is the one, though, that if he cools off, who's going to fill his position in the team? And this is not necessarily going to be as easy for him to find traction with the AWP. We know there's AWPers of the past who really struggle with AWPing on the CT side of Nuke. Now, not simple, but like the Makaleles of the world, you know, they didn't... I know, look...
God, can you believe that Counter-Strike was once at a point where a professional player just had maps he didn't want to use his weapon
remember,
on?
that was what I was referencing.
Yeah.
Like an AWPer in the team told us in an interview that he didn't like AWPing on Nuke and Vertigo, right? Which is, I guess, you know, there's a lot of details to consider, all the different smoke walls, the rotations, the gaps that are open. It's not flary, flicky AWPing. But
yeah, but that, I mean, that wouldn't fly in 2021 is what I'm saying.
I don't think so by any means.
So we might get to see Artesian smoke wall walks if Frozen... And it's another fancy nade for control.
He's like, screw it, Acor, I'll do it myself. So they want to stifle this. And
that's a one-way. That's so cheeky.
Okay.
Someone go back, take a screenshot, put it on Twitter, make sure everyone knows, because that's a lovely way for the main player to basically force you to respect him.
Do you think Acor's is meant to be the same?
That would be super
like
geeky, wouldn't it?
Like meant to land there, and then Frozen like doubles it up to stall out yard?
Wow. Okay, Mouse have definitely brought... I mean, you know, saving strats for the Major. No one's saving strats in the 2-2 game for Legends stage. It's a nice smoke. It has bought time. Tizian did not want to trifle with that. It's faded now. Uses it as an opportunity to tuck in close. Dexter in support as well. And here comes the wall. What have you got for us, Frozen? Oh, a pop flash. Absolutely brilliant, but Frozen's better. And Tabson naming the feed. They know he's coming as well. Oh, Molotov's pre-fired. That's the end of that. Call it 4-4. And we've still got 45 seconds. Bomb lingers lobby. Tabson's going to take the space of Tizian. And we've got top util here. That will not catch him. Falls off regardless. It is actually a perfectly placed Molotov. So, well read from Bemis.
Tabson can win this round on his own here. If he just jumps up heaven, nobody's looking right now.
Well, they figured they killed the typical yard lurker, but Tabson hasn't stopped that, hasn't returned to lobby, and now... Oh, no one's looking. No one's looking. Robs. Dead. Round 1. That's amazing from Tabson. He saves them initially and then secures the round as well. It's 9 seconds as the bomb does go down safe. Acor's not quite going to get away with this AWP. Unless he flies up that ladder silent, I guess he is.
Saving simulator. All right, well, they'll let him get away with it again. Look, they don't know exactly where he resides right now. Has to be careful. He doesn't give away too many sound cues right now.
I thought I saw someone in Squeaky. I just assumed he wasn't going to be allowed to leave. But yeah, they changed their mind. Keto actually just opted to walk straight out and down the vents, looking to catch him elsewhere. Yeah,
so the fact that Tabson did continue on that adventure, right? Maybe you bang on there. The fact that they were expecting Tizian in the last couple of games we've been watching, where he's just been going on that crawl on his lonesome. But that right there, nobody accounting for it at all. What tends to happen in the current meta of Nuke is once you give up full yard control, your topside defenders and your ramp defenders, if they don't turtle up, which tends to be going more passive, go more aggressive. They walk into lobby, they take the space. Well, mousesports just sat on the little egg there of the top side, and wow, Tabson, no problems getting those kills. Easy as you like. Nobody was prepared for him in that environment. Now, a save again, a buy again, sure, but a timeout called, and Mytha, I'm sure he wants to put a stop to this hemorrhaging of rounds right now. 3 out the gate, pistol. Got a little bit dicey there for a moment. The conversions were neat. Now, a couple of problems here. In the 3 rounds that they've lost, only 3 kills have come on in. Plenty of saves, but not much of a fight. Now, I'd say with the way that Nuke's been going, right, it has definitely become a map where the Ts can really condition the CTs and put them in awkward positions here. Do mousesports want to go and take more real estate? It's not that they didn't have space there. Frozen had a lot of space. And this was the kill here where it all really changed. That was at about 49 seconds. Tabson just continued to walk around as they faked top. Now, a component of this was that top fake, right? Because that kept them planted. Kept them second guessing. But here we go again. Acor making sure it doesn't block his teammates. He needs to get up that ladder fast. He blown open. Nade, Molly towards main. Nobody's going to be pushing through that. And Tizian starting to go on his walk towards yard. Has made it across towards the T-red container. And Citizen overseeing business here. Yeah,
so, I mean, it has to be, and I would imagine...
Smoke missed again. Look on the radar.
Oh, they threw it again?
No man's land.
Someone else had a go.
This is the thing. They're not going to be able to identify that this is
because I was watching Acor, and it wasn't him that threw it. So someone else has thrown that this time.
Okay.
So I guess, you know, the conversation was, I'll have a go, and it seems like something's...
a bit off.
Mm.
If that's their whole game plan here, it might be a bit of a drama. So hopefully they can note this early mouse. Or Big could take advantage of that.
Oh, okay, Gage slipped the net. Acor, yeah, he may not be ready for this. It's a good flash, but Gage is already advancing. Again, they're going to get caught off, but never mind. This whole team has disappeared. Gage looking to be a hero. He's above him in the blind spot. He could get frozen if he catches his angle at the right time. The Trivia discipline's huge here from Gage. I think he understands that warehouse is a possibility. This could be huge. Drop down. Eliminate one, and Frozen responds. Okay, problem solved. Mouse will take it. They'll take it cleanly, and Frozen gets all the brownie points and the pats on the back.
You could see what Gabe was thinking there, couldn't you? Understanding that the possibility for 2 would be great, but if they're not going to... Like, they don't know he's there, right? They're lucky that they stayed tucked on in. But this is Frozen, how he managed to get away with these kills. Just in the back, the silence them 4, harder to identify as well.
But yeah, that was a wall of smokes, and the gap in that setup was secret. They just opted to actually opt for main. Frozen's in a power position to punish, and so game on. Mouse take the lead, albeit
smoke landed
by the slightest of margins, and there it is.
All right.
Mission complete. Frozen's the man that could throw it.
Nade's going to sting. Tizian cops that one down the gullet there, down to 49 points of health. And
3 members of Big are staring at that smoke.
They're a little bit worried about some ramp presence now. They had Acor babysitting Rops early for a pounce, and Acor's just dropped his smoke and now allowed Rops to go a little bit more aggressive here. Yard smokes, the L block deployed.
Oof, such an absence of vision. Frozen's comms right now could be anywhere. Quick on the turn. Dex is trying to draw attention his way. Allowed unsuppressed Kalashnikov, rattling shot through the smoke, a well-timed incendiary to deny any secret funny business. Smokes will fade, the timing's great. Tizian, however...
Who's accounting for this?
Exactly. And Acor has at least caught one. More contact. Gate at least claws it back. It's all up to Tizian here. He could catch the AWP off guard. It's up to when Acor chooses to take that next fight.
He's got him, surely.
Just Tip over the head. Oh, and first it's Robs. It couldn't get better. Acorn needs it. Does
Huge
react
trade.
in time. And this is madness. Constantly tit for tat. Gage doesn't clear his corner. Spots the barrel. You're so low, though. You'd have to pre-fire. Dexter down. That's a big one from the Dane. Beamers has to do it all. A one-on-one. A duel with Searson and a battle of wits. Considers the rotate. Beamers does too, and Searson's a bit of a fakey boy here. And Beamers fully commits to this. In about 5 seconds, he'll think it's a bit suspicious, but as the nade leaves, does that go into the vent? Not quite, but it was enough to secure an opportunity into the site. Beamers aware.
Staying quiet
Has
about
to be
this.
a safe plant. He's actually opted to do it close. Gets it down in the nick of time. Opts for the hut. Beamers trying to solve the puzzle.
When he sees the bomb, he's going to have a good idea. He's slicked towards hut here.
Yeah, it makes sense.
He's on his tail.
It makes a lot of sense, and he's going for the
He's
full.
sitting it.
He's
He's
going
sitting
for the
the
full.
fuse.
He knows he's going around the world, and no, Searson has the bluff called. 5 secured, and a 1v2 from Beamers.
See you later.
Takes him down as well for good measure.
Huge stuff there. And what a play that was, just to sit the defuse, call the bluff for Searson in that moment.
And you were bang on, Chad. I think it's just the timing window. So you can understand what Searson's done. He thinks, okay, chances are he's coming up there. If I start planting as soon as I can, I might catch him in rotation, catch him on the way back. But yeah, it was enough of an indicator for Beamers, and he solves that puzzle beautifully.
Big play from the 18-year-old right there. And that one, it comes down to that A-core trade, right? Tizian, it felt that he didn't note the presence. Either the footsteps were enough to keep his crossbow away from A-core for that entire time, but the fact that A-core gets that trade, that sets the round up to continue to go tit for tat as far as the trades. Otherwise, it's going to spiral out of control. Think about the real estate that Tizian would have had as well if he made that second kill. Heaven, completely theirs. So that right there, that A-core trade, it's 2 kills that he gets in that round, but it's massive. The impact of that is massive. It sets them up in a position where they look to convert. And look what it's done to the big finances here as well.
Wow, that's very conservative of them.
Yeah, this is the thing.
Very
They always go,
conservative.
this is one of the things with Big. It's one of their quirks. They like to have all their goodies because they're such a methodical team in their approach and they need all the utility. They like to make sure they have fuller buys. Keto into the AK. The smoke wall is up. Gade already with a lot of control here on top of Silo. Don't want to be dropping this one, Mouse, and Gade's dropped in. BMS has tagged on up. They know the presence and the pressure is there.
Oh, A-core overcommits. And Tizian's no slouch. He'll put the hand cannon to work. And now, Robs to pick up the pieces. Tabson's already held. There's so much pressure on Robs right now. And he's gone down. Shots to the soles of the feet.
Big
That's
nade.
a well-placed nade. And look at the damage it's done. Dexter needs to do more. A defensive, reactive smoke. He pushes ahead of it. Mao's under scrutiny now.
So much pressure here.
The AWP has fallen into Searson's hands as well. A-core's overextension could have more ramifications. They've hit pause, and understandably, it's the CTs that have to make a play now.
Oh, they've dropped out of heaven here. This one is going to be on a bit of a timer. Eventually, Mals are going to know that they can walk around
Frozen's
the map.
been here the whole time. The whole time. He started this round towards Secret. So it does mean he can react and house this ramp push, but does he commit to these? He's got util, like, an incendiary's not bad. 30 seconds.
There's no smokes or anything, no mollies from B.
Yeah.
They're going to have to walk in and take the fights.
Gade's leading the pack. Timing, great. Gade defends. And Big looking to convert this one. A conservative buy, Chad. They were light. A half investment. And they're looking fantastic now. They are singing. AWP, M4, AK, and only 2 players to contest.
I don't know if you can go for this, but they're
He's
having a
feeling
look.
it. He's feeling it. At least a glance. Into the vents and up it they go. All right, mousesports accept defeat, and Big Clan with a huge conversion.
That was almost a gift for Mouse. The way that Big opted to go into that round, it was, hey, yeah, we're just going to take this one light. You might even convert this one.
Yeah.
And now they're going to walk away with the AWP for Searson. That trade from Gade was everything. The fact that Frozen jiggles out, gets 1, and Gade immediately trades that is huge. And obviously, you have to thank Tizian for that opening kill. I'm pretty sure Tabson as well got that kill with the P250 flying off the ladder. Right, because
He must
Robs
have.
glanced towards Yard, he got dinked by one of the lighter pistols, then they swarmed up the ladder, but they took the fight, and Tabson hit the jump key, which ejects you off the ladder, and I think he hit it mid-air, so just falling apart there for Mouse, and you can't drop too many more of those now with the scoreline 5-4.
But you can see what that's going to do for Big Clan. Like, what a great reaction. The fact that you win the round where you didn't fully invest just means you've got such a lovely little nest egg now. Everyone's in the thousands. quite the contrary for Mouse. Even Rops brought down to an MP9. We might see some ramp aggression out of him with that.
You don't love to see Rops on an MP9 any day of the week.
Absolutely not. Look at those Mouse hollows. They look pretty on the print stream.
Shiny. Okay. Well, Rops is at least playing behind his ramp smoke here, but you'd say it's been pretty passive from Mouse, right? There hasn't been a whole lot of aggression. One of the only times we saw it was when Frozen opted to go all the way under Silo. So they're kind of waiting to be executed on, and there's dramas with that now if you are Mouse, because you've lost some control. You're also low on util. You have to hope that one of your individuals can get a multi-kill here.
It's a very passive stance from Bemis, and I mean, he's up against Big. I suppose part of this is because he knows there's going to be some util through those rafters before he even has to have his gun out.
Who has his squeaky door right now? Like, the walkouts looking like they could be a bit of a problem here, so it's Frozen. So they're going to play reactive, you're right. They're playing off of it, like...
They could just have walked in and shot him in the side of the head right now.
Straight down the vent and
but it's big, though. It's big. So there's the smoke. There's the warning. Here we come. Bemis now can get his smoke deployed, and that might slow them down. He's safe. He can play it around, and that smoke enables this angle. Oh, he's being caught out by the spread. Acor on the rafters does nothing. Loud about this. The top site's under a lot of scrutiny, and Tabson will wrap around. Frozen tested in a very big way. Down the vents leads to his demise. Searson took a gamble there. A huge gamble. But Akito still has a chance for this bomb. Rops should be able to deny. He will activate. Bait the ladder. Akito looking the wrong way, and Rops just about getting that one across the line.
Still a bit messy. A little bit messy, but it's still the round. What was that vent drop from Searson there? The bomb was in the top side.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know whether he just wanted to like, check it and overcommit.
That was a curious one. Dexter's going to be very happy with how that one unfolded.
Here I come.
Beamer's got a bit blindsided there. He got a bit blindsided in that whole situation.
That's because Frozen was smoked off, and I mean, you know, you could see the issue. He had Hut smoked, but they just all surged through regardless.
That plant is really nice. So that buffer of cash you were just talking about, that plant that Keto gets out of that, he was playing some selfless Counter-Strike there, right? Just get the bomb down.
We'll they're doing the smoke. Rops is throwing it.
All right, I'm watching.
Oh,
hey! Rops has got it down.
Let's see what they can do with that.
Oh, here's aggression.
Let's see what Frozen can do with that.
Show me your toes, boys.
Oh, he's going to jump over and flank. This would be nuts. The timing's great. Turn around. Oh, no. Tizzy and Hyper aware. The flash was too suspicious. It was so deep.
He's got the info. He's called 2, right? But this is fast. They're accelerating off of that straight away. Big know that they've been seen. They take the space, and now it's on Rops. He needs to shut this down.
He has to have a moment here, and Keto's having none of it. This is a great T-haul out of Big already. Tip for tap. Acor anticipated. Keto really just looking like a turret.
And the save simulator again here. Great awareness from Big on all of the necessary fights that Mouse have to take, right? They get desperate at a certain point and have to take the fights. I like the gear change. Like, I like what Frozen was going for there, but he didn't think that would be so quick on the cross.
So not only does it operate as a one-way, but it also means that you can mantle through it and be behind your red container players. It's got a lot of levels to it.
I think it's like also comboing with their
cross
smoke,
yeah,
right? Yeah.
Bingo.
So it's an interesting little take here that mousesports are opting for, but here's the problem. Hasn't really given them a lot. If anything, in 3 rounds, it's a wasted smoke, which could have been used somewhere else. You know? And
yeah.
So,
I mean, all right, your glass is half empty, but you're right.
Well, it's cool, but it's not working.
No, it's not. It's not. And there's a lot of people that are cool but are not working.
That's true. 1 round in it still. These saved guns are keeping Mouse competitive. I respect the saves, but at some point, as I mentioned, the fight has to come in. It's crazy because of all these saves, just how low the amount of kills are. So when you do see a frag, when you do see Rops miss that kill and Keto immediately takes him down, that's where those are impact kills, right? Because they're so few and far between. Like, let me count the kills out for you right now. You have 8 on Tabson, 7 on Gade. You have 5 on Tizian. You've got 4 on Keto, and Searson has 2. Right, but we're already 11 rounds deep.
Interestingly enough, this was a timeout called by Big Clan, and you can see Legia is taking the full opportunity. He wants to make sure they're aware of perhaps any, things they've noted from mousesports on these lighter buys. You know, they're not maybe, are they a lobby aggressive team? Do they like to continue with something yard? He wants them all on the same page. You can see the page in his hand. He's done his notes 3 or 4 hours the night before, watching as many nukes as he possibly could.
And you're right here in terms of understanding what they should be expecting. Now, it's only 1900 as the loss bonus in the next round. Now, this is where we normally talk about double eco territory for teams, but they've opted to use these 2 saved M4s, and just see what they can get out of it. There's a 5-7 in the hands of the Rops. That's the best of it, and a boost towards ramp. They're hedging their bets right now. And this is the thing. If Big just go to the other side, it's probably going to be a save again. So really focus on where Big are going to take these battles, because the round can be decided just by their decision-making alone.
We can call this a slow, methodical default. I mean, you can even see them lining up some smokes late. There is the wall. 3 smokes invested into that, and no one will have info, I don't think.
I think Frozen's
he is secret,
right?
Yeah, excuse me, so they can call that clear.
He's got to be very, very concerned about how he takes that control.
This isn't... Oh, thank God for the flash. Bemis has been spotted out. Will he be able to contribute? There's one of 2 rifles. mousesports have chosen not to invest. Can they impress? Bemis kept honest.
But now what?
The rest is just going to fall into place for Big. That's not bad. Very well-placed bullet. Acor does put Keto lower. But this bomb, they're in no rush. I think Tizian will get it down uncontested. There's no one in a position to help. The flash and the leap for the M4. It does not quite get it into his hands. The Dexter 1v4. Not this round, I'm afraid.
And Rops is just still hanging out at ramp. So it's like...
not happening.
Yeah, like to have Acor go in desperately like that, I guess why the bloody hell not? But we're going to be tied up at 6-6 here, and I mentioned I think it's 1900 into the next round of play. So I'll let you guys do the maths. The buy is not going to be great by any means over there, especially if Dexter goes down. He really needs to hold on to this rifle. He can drop another. It looks like he's going to get away with his life here, but seeming very safe from both teams. Right now, this is really just like jostling for position in this. So the next half of Counter-Strike, if we continue to go back and forth like this, it has to be different. It cannot just be the continued save fest. There is going to be points of this game where it becomes a lot more desperate, a lot more in your face. So far, mousesports are just trying to go the path of least resistance to stay as viable as they can in these rounds, but these buys, as you're about to see on your screen here, are not perfect. They've been able to get out M4s in everybody's hands. That's great. But there's so many issues here. Rops literally only has a flash. They have 1 kit on Dexter. There's no AWP for Acor. This is far from an idyllic buy. It's a very deep squeaky smoke right there. And
well, you really are going to have to respect that, because you're just a little poking your groundhog face out of the grey screen. Not going to go well. But
this is the thing. It has to be heads-up fights that mousesports are about to win against the utility disadvantage. And seriously, that was almost the pre-fire. Looked beautiful right there.
Intimidating wallbangs as well. Yeah, he'll keep him humble on that top site.
Look how quick they've thrown out whatever smokes they did have. It's now just 2 mollies, a handful of flashes, and a couple of HEs as well. There's a smoke left on Bemis, sure, but they've thrown out the lion's share of the utility, and we have a minute left on the clock here. And there goes the last of it.
So Big, just by pressing pause, have got basically a full exec into nothing. There's not going to be a single, like, well, I was going to say incendiary, Acor with 1 to be concerned about.
It's not going to be jarring at all.
That will spread. Frozen has to respect it. Won't have info. Shadow, but Trey's Tizian. And the mollying looking for Bemis. He's been forced forward. Acor tucked on rafters. Top side would not be the go sign, and bodies have dropped. Frozen actually activates on the back of the fading molly, and now only Rops. He's lost his jewel again. He is getting beaten up.
He's not having any luck of things at that. Every time he's losing that fight.
Oh, that smoke's not bad. They might be able to get a plant off anyway. They might be able to get a plant off anyway. And Searson's hit a Hail Mary. No scope has enabled the plant, but that will be it. Okay, mousesports stabilize. In the absence of utility, it is the gunfights, Chad.
Yeah, okay. Well, I think when it starts off with that kill in their favor from Dexter, the fact they're able to string a couple more together from there is great. Still getting the plant down. Big didn't have question marks as far as the economy went anyway, so they're just keeping themselves flush for cash. mousesports get up to 7 now, but as I'm saying, like this close nature of this game, I don't envy mousesports' position here. Now, this is still a CT-sided map, even though it's becoming less and less. They do get the AWP out now, so if you're Mouse at this point and you're a mousesports fan around the world, you probably want to see them with a 9.6 half, right? Anything less than that, and it's going to be a difficult B side of things. More pistol rounds going to be required.
And Big have been so consistent on both of their T sides, Inferno and in Nuke. This is so quick. Extinguished through the wall. It's Gangster. Gade can't do anything. It's just locked down. Mousesports, Beamers called upon, and look at the feed. It's all blue on brown. There's no one left but Searson. And it's over in the first 20 seconds. I like the smoke, but there's 2 incendiaries there. And he ends up having to take his initial engagement in the flames.
Difference maker right there, again, is Dexter getting the opening kill. Now, I know this time they greeted them with a rush, but still, if you're trading with that opening kill in your advantage, that thing's going to get a lot easier. And when I say trading, well, they didn't have to trade anything. Saved ult from Sirison. Plenty of cash for Tizian and Keto. Gade's going to have enough to buy. They can even drop an AK across. It's all going to be fine for the final round here within this half, but we will just have to sit and look at Sirison now for the next minute.
Yeah, really even distribution of both openings and multi-kills from the boys of Mouse.
I would hazard a guess as well, right, that we will see something from Big that is just secret play again, and then go and pressure ramp, because Rops really has had a rough time of things, right? He hasn't had a great showing over there. He has been hemorrhaging kills.
Yeah, and most of the time it's been Keto and Gade that have been winning those duels. Looking great. Gade, top of the scoreboard. It's even kill distribution for Big. But this is the T-Hall, I mean, they would have been satisfied with. If you told them 6, probably no complaints, but a 7th and an 8th still are up for debate.
They have been winning the lion's share of opening duels here. I'm just having a little bit of a look right now. In total, there's only been 4 opening kills that have gone in the favor of Big here. But in some of the rounds where it was immediately traded, let's take you back to that round where Frozen played close towards Yard. He got the first onto Tizian, but was traded by Tabson, and then Tabson took the space, and that's what punished Mouse, right? So, like, it depends on the context, of course. But Frozen's 3 for 1 in opening duels. Acor continues his good form. He's 3 for 2. So if he's ever going to show up, this is the time to do it, right? We want to see this consistently out of Acor. He's been getting a hard time, and rightfully so, yeah. Right? Like, rightfully so. He hasn't been performing to the level that I think everybody wanted of him. But if this is like going to show what level we can get out of him going forward, great time to do it.
Yes, I mean, this is the highest level of play of, you know, you are going to be under the microscope. And he has been delivering in the face of all this scrutiny as well. So fair play to him, keeping his head screwed on tight, and Frozen was considering something. Look at this baity smoke. Might have been forced, an unforced, or rather a forced smoke plume. Big will have to redeploy the wall. They only have... Wait, where are all their smokes? There's
still got 3 remaining here,
okay.
Yeah. So they can get them down for the secret cross again, and they have found success through this. So you can see on the radar top left of your screen that they're going back towards T-Spawn to line this up. But how are they going to deal with it this time, Mouse? Because once they've lost this control, then they've lost the fight towards ramp. This time there's no presence towards ramp, so that's the difference maker. And I think Rops is actually starting to get a little bit... Oh, it's actually Acor pushing ramp right now.
Look at this crawl. A 4-man unit of Berlin International Gaming, and they might want warehouse. They stay close to the smokes. The spray is decent. Oh my god, Dexter! So much damage. Look at them. Bleeding, limping down the secret stairs. He sneaks on down the ladder, and there's a chance he does more. That nade could do it a lot here. Is he going to throw it out? They're going to boost for him. And that's the end of Dexter. Double boosting to clear their angles. It's great.
This is
geeky.
Rops' time.
And he's been quiet on ramp. They're testing now the low site. Rob's in a prime position to punish. He has to do a lot here. The support of Acor. He doesn't have to be so worried about the doors. Decon's an issue. And that's the death. Searson's doing a lot. This T-side AWP is coming alive. And Big Clan to finish this half with style. Bomb down, site is there. It's a tough cookie to crack. You've got a couple of nades to make your way in. Great damage. They are softened up for Beamer. It's good to see his name back in the feed. He posts his 10th, and Frozen's crawling. He can catch Tabson completely unawares. The trade potential non-existent. Big, you're into the site. Searson trying to wrap around it. Only Gade goes unchecked, and now Searson to come up clutch.
Sitting it again.
3, 2. They need to check it. They've knocked him off. It's Searson that contributes. Bemis is light on time. Searson should have this. The molly will seal a deal. No smoke available. Big Clan to close the gap. 7. Absolutely brilliant. And Bemis knows he's just not got the time. An 8-7 half. Highly competitive. And Big Clan, absolutely no slouch on their attack.
I can't believe Searson silences Rops there. He's in a position where most players definitely get 1. Rops gets nothing out of that. So Searson getting the boost pick onto Dexter, huge. Enables them to hurry up towards that lower site. But Rops is there in time to slow them down. The smokes are there from his teammates. Acor's even assisting business so that he has less to focus on. And Rops still gets nothing out of that. So you have to look to Searson there for massive impact. They have kept Rops quiet. And that is the danger man over here from mousesports. It's not easy to do this by any means. And it's not that he's silent, but it's... Not the Rops performance we'd all love to see right now. Found himself on 5 kills.
Yeah, I mean, they've been keeping him humble throughout.
This one. Bang, that's quick stuff. Huge from Sirison, isn't it?
This is going to be the first, in fact, the first negative rating or sub-1 rating he posted was Dust 2. Bigger the first people here at the Major to humble Rops, and it's the same here at on Nuke. They're into the top side fast, and that will keep Tizzy and humble. Goosh to the dome.
Okay, retake top. Best of luck. There's still a flash on Dexter and a smoke on Rops.
And that's such a beautiful time to be smoking them off main. Big's options are limited here. Like Gade and Tabson, they want to be coming through main. They're looking for something. A smoke on the door ain't bad. A flash to go.
Oh, he's missed it.
He's whiffed it. Still, the shots are coming in. It's up to you, A-Core, and he's only taken one. Frozen, long range, hands out headshots. Tabson to clutch, time-sensitive mission. Bemis calls the bluff, checks it, confirms his suspicions around is theirs, and Mouse will take the pistol.
Another pistol here. That's both in this. They managed one of the pistol rounds over there on Inferno, so turning the heat up now, and they've been the ones on top of the Force by victories as well. So mousesports giving themselves everything they need and more. The platform here on this T-half to get towards the double digits, the conversion, 11. As long as they walk past this one, should be looking likely. But let's turn our attention to Big right now. That conservative approach as it come back out. I think this was the only map where they went for the Force by after the pistol loss, right?
Not today.
Yeah, not today. On the CT side, just 1 HP. 1 HE even. That's nice.
Gets 3 consecutively.
They're going ramp. So Rops is about to hear a lot of footsteps from this squeaky position.
And they will immediately react. You're going to be ships in the night, I'm afraid. Just completely missing each other. And Rops perhaps will have himself a lovely bit of a confidence booster.
Yeah, this would be great for his confidence if he could mow down a couple. There we go. 3. That's going to be nice, right? That's going to be nice for him. It's not the speckiest of kills, but still 3 frags. Get him up to 8.
Sweet Jesus, Sirson. He had 47.50. Bang on the nose to whip out the big green.
Frozen has 17 kills and 7 assists. So he's doing a lot here. He's doing an awful lot here. 7 assists, that's...
yeah, I mean,
we all have days like that at the office.
We do, you do, but his CT side was great. I mean, he locked down, he was responsible for such a big part of the map and did nullify some of Big Plan's funny business yard. Let's go straight back into the fray. Walking, oh, a gap in that smoke. That will keep him a bit cagey. Keto is isolated in this ramp hold. He's not got any support particularly close by. 3-man top site hold. So, yeah, he might just give this one up for free.
Yeah, totaling up immediately here. Do they chase or do they wait?
Straight down the vent, so he will have backup. It's now Sirson who's got
a
bit too much company. Okay, the pressure's high here from Mouse. Jiggle, bait, hunted him down. That is exactly what the Doctor ordered, and that was a easy hunt for the Dexter SMG, using it to take the additional space.
How do they respond right now, though, Big? They don't have anything to work with. The map has been flipped on its head. They're pushing lobby. CT spawn.
Rops got him. There's more to come. Is he ready for Gade? Squeaky is a potential push. The door naded off. He can slink back into the site. But yeah, complete role reversal. Look at this. Keto's trying to clear out hell, and he loses his life because of it. This one's worked wonders for Mouse, and you can count on Rops to hold this lobby tight. Tabson denies.
Gade's still top. Gade, they're coming. They're both here.
Gade, oh no, he gets them both. They're looking the wrong way. There's more to be done. It's big. No. Turn it on its head. What a round. 3 from Gade, 2 from Tabson, and that's an extra firm fist bump. My God. Mouse did so much with that, and it just collapses. Call a timeout. Get your heads back in the game.
They just tripped over their own shoelaces right there. That jiggle at hell to bait out the shot from Sirison there and allow the UMP to get close and get that kill. That was beautiful Counter-Strike, but then the final hurdle, the final moments.
They were just looking for Gade.
But they know where Tabson is. They're not ready for Gade. He's just behind the side. The double kill, the triple, they lock it down.
Oof. Oh, that's a tough one to stomach. And that's the end of Sirson early. Big's looking a bit wobbly now. Tabson, yeah, stuck between a rock and a hard place. Didn't know where to choose, where to frag, and only one clawed back. Keto onto Rops has opened up ramp. Trophy room walk, a potential. So the bomb's across. I mean, there's so much power for Mouse right now. They've got Heaven. They can slow it down.
Yeah, they can peel back up. Tizian they can forego completely. It is Gade who's going to pick into the AWP of Acor. The timing on this for Acor is great. A steady shot, and now, surely.
Wow.
Surely.
Mouse not going to be completely broken by that one. It was definitely a fist-to-desk moment, but immediately responding with a very convincing round here.
They went a bit more divide and conquer there, didn't they? Sent out a couple of probes with the number advantage. They had to find some space and able to find a lot of room right now. Tizian.
Yeah, set up a nice early pylon. Got the Zealots in the right place.
Bit of cheese early as well with the pace that they were going for. The Zerg rush.
The cannon rush. It was really good to see him getting those cannons down.
Oh, I'm confusing my...
You Zerged them when they're Protosing.
Yeah, my bad.
It's all right.
Well, I think if mousesports went fast there and then got shut down, like if there was just a multi-spray down, right, that would have really sucked the wind out of this. The fact that they've stabilized here, I think we're going to get a few more twists and turns now within this game because Big, they're not out of it yet, right? Their loss bonus isn't great. This AK being saved is the best thing that they're going to have to boast. And you've already seen throughout these last 3 maps how conservative they like to take a lot of these. And smiles on the faces. Well, this is a pressure moment, and this is good to see.
Like, I mean, if ever there was a time you want absolute pristine team morale, the feeling of unity, working as a 5-man unit, all the cliches I'll talk about, 5 fingers, being stronger as a fist. But, yeah, look at the finances here, Chad. I mean, Mouse are going to be edging ever closer to Legend stage now. I mean, they're 5 rounds away. Rob's one of the most impressive individuals, mechanically gifted. The young Estonian, indisputably the most experienced on this roster, which is just so
crazy to say,
so peculiar.
Yeah.
And on the other side of things, you've got Vets. Tabson, he's been doing this a long time. That was an opener as well. You see, just catching him out with his pace change immediately. Dexter's up Heaven. It really did fall beautifully into place. Everyone connecting their own individual duel. And so Big Clan a bit rustled now. Their jimmies are certainly rustled. It's 8-7 and now coming in hot on this T side. Mouse 3, Big Clan 1.
Aggressive
Straight in and beheading. Oh! Go on, Tizian, gives it a good go. Just a USP, and Tabson knocking Dexter down. Robs has to panic and get back into a defensive, or rather offensive stance. He's got the sight, he's calling it clear. The boys will bring the bomb. But Big have managed to make something out of this.
I know they only have pistols, but this is still very scary.
Especially with BMAS as low as he is. Acor has an AWP. It's not the weapon you really want to recover a situation like this. And Tizian just throws caution to the wind with that opener.
I understand why they're hitting the brakes right here. They can't see what we can. They're probably expecting more aggression, but the longer they wait, the more question marks become. Have they pushed outside? Did they pick up the rifles? Are they coming through lobby? More holes start to manifest. These USPs, that P250, this can get it done, and they even have a kit towards yard. They've just scooped up.
Holy moly. Give Gade an AK2 rifles have been recovered, so they've got a bit more weaponry to be threatening. Kit as well. Acor looking for info, and they're not giving him any info right now. Big Clan, do they want to go for it? There's the first, confirming Robs' location. They do swing in, and Gade takes 1 down at the bare minimum, but Tabson doesn't have it in him. It's threatening. It keeps him honest, and he will perhaps catch another here in the lobby hunt.
Oh,
nice.
Of Acor today is a different player. Where the hell is the Acor that we've seen throughout the rest of the event? Because someone's possessed this kid's body today. He's looking prepared for all the fights.
It's
staying
Roka,
calm
bro.
About things. Yeah, okay.
He's been headshotting and such.
Being possessed. But that right there from Tizian was a great attempt. The fact that he gets 1.5 kills, right? There's a bit more than a half right there. That was a really threatening round. So the pressure is still mounting on mousesports here. They did handle it, but you could see just how scary that got, right? The fact that they're able to pick up both the rifles, they're able to get the defuse kit, right? It was a messy, messy round. Oh,
what does the next one have in store?
Sirison only has a scout here. He's been having a bit of a rough time here on Nuke. Only 7 kills to his name, and if he can't search with the AWP to find them impact, this is going to start to turn to different players to step up.
Yeah, Big's chances are numbered here. Loud step, hello. Tabson's ears perk up as he presses them to the corrugated iron. He knows. Kito's reaction is optimal.
Oh, they're past.
They are ahead of it. And I think Dexter's got vision ahead of that smoke as well, so if Sirison takes that first shot, he's actually just going to swap responsibility. Kito's been summoned to the lower site, given that loss of control and information. Well, Sisson wants to join them. They have no idea about this heavy ramp presence. He's really going to be hard-pressed to contribute heavily here. Can he get his util down? Oh, confirmed threat. He's going to be hunted. It's a scout, but he does string together 2 shots, and there's more to be found. Oh, Sisson! Who needs an AWP? He does it with the 1700 version, and now Keto has the low sight on lock. Door will swing open. He gets a lovely sound cue if he's required. Mouse will slow it down, but Big, yeah, despite the absent AWP, Sisson has found them 2. Akor still working with the big one.
Akor's doing a lot of talking there.
Oh, and Keto does stand to deliver at least the 1, trying to reposition. He could get wallbanged and will go down. Can they plan?
Another tag.
Yeah, Sisson Scout is ever present. And Frozen, 20 frags has been effervescent. Akor with it all to do, doesn't check his corners, and that's a recovery out of Big. Full-on CPR as they resuscitate their defensive hopes.
Oh, in case you forgot how good Sirius can be with the scout right there, that right is the perfect example. The fact that he's gotten 2 kills, but he's had to hit 3 shots. The scout to the body isn't lethal. He had to hit 2 onto Dexter, and then that headshot. As soon as it comes into the 3-on-5, all that territory that Mouse have, forget about it. It doesn't matter anymore. And here it is again in the replay. Second shot onto Dexter. This one here is going to be the headshot, and well, yeah, turning it into an AWP. Rob's dead. Keto, he gets flashed in this moment, looking towards top of his screen to see if the kills come on through, but Big keeping themselves in this. They've been threatening in a lot of these CT-sided rounds here, even when their buys haven't been looking as optimal as you'd enjoy. Timeout taken, and that's going to be the last timeout called from Big. Their last timeout called, with the scoreline currently sitting at 12-9. At this point, Tabson, he can't call on Legia anymore. He can't get him activated in the conversation unless Mal's obliged and allow that to happen for them.
Trying to keep him hyped. You can see Gade, he's playing a component as well in this team morale game. Probably something that was a little more infrequent from Xantares. Let's see how Big Clan can do. You change the roster in pursuit of glory. Top 16 is the start to glory. Mouse stand in your way. An audacious peak when there's an AWP posted up, but it's the tightest of lines from Akor. He's just looking to catch any info plays. Safe from the flash. Responsible for lobby. Rops has taken another heavy blow early, straight to the chin. It looks like they want to do some aggression.
Sisson's coming in.
This is going to be an AWP duel, and he's exposed. They know the AWP's there. Sisson's anticipating this. A pre-flash ain't bad. And Sisson, just loses vision, pulls away.
He's pinned in.
Not anymore. The wallbangs aren't far off. He's gotten away with murder there.
Both of them are extremely lucky with how that one just pans on out. Holy moly,
just a peace treaty. Wipe the slate clean. Let's start again. Blank sheet.
Well, look where they've just sent Sirison now. They've actually dropped him down towards lower. And it looks to me like mousesports want to go for a late set of wall smokes. They're going to have to go through the AWP if they want to go down secret. There's a lot of variations they could opt for here, but with the amount of time left on the clock, it's very telling that it might just be the secret play.
Yeah, these bloom real quick, so...
What is the L block? So, wait, are they really going to try and go through these with about 35 seconds left on the clock?
Sisson's rotated down to acknowledge that, but
they're going to go through. They're going to have to peel through. I don't think they're going secret, Alex. I think they're going to try and go heaven and split top. There's not going to be much time for this.
So low on time. Here they come through main. Tizian's activated.
So
what a shot! He's ready to go. There's more where that came from. And Akor will at least collect. Top site open for business. Keto caught. And look at that from Akor. You couldn't have asked for more. The T-side contributions. He delivers again.
I can't believe that is the smoke variation that they opted to go for so late.
Because they have to walk through their own smoke.
Yeah, and they've gone for a top split. Like, it's so telegraphed at that point. Like, if you're going to attempt to go down secret there's so many corridors. That is mental. Just the pacing of which mousesports opted for in that round to get 13 on the board.
What's more mental? Is it the fact that they threw that variation or the fact that it worked?
I think the fact that well, you could see the frustration from Tizian there because he gets the first.
Woof. Woof.
He's setting his teammate up to get the second. Like, Tizian has already started the round off perfectly for Big. The fact that they don't get the second after that, that right there is where it gets let down. That is the problem. I can't believe they've made that call so late. That is crazy stuff here out of Mouse. Well, they're in the driver's seat now. They are in the driver's seat.
Big Clan really are, running out of opportunities and running out of rounds. 3 away from the Legends stage. It was an 8-7 half. This is what we were talking about. He not only deals with the first, but this was the potential threat.
Just ready for it.
And he's so ready. So ready. It just strings together nicely.
It truly is a different looking player today. Like, things are just clicking. Things are clicking for him right now.
Someone's been giving him a good team talk. Mytho sat him down, perhaps.
They're going to pop out high here, Alex. They're already posturing for this.
A quick pace change, yeah. Searson could be. He's going to be in the completely wrong place with this, and it's the only real big gun in play.
I think they're just walking out hard. They're just walking out hard.
It's a safe door, dude. Searson would have to somehow defend the whole site. He's hit a couple of shots. There's more to be found. He'd have to do it all. 2 of the 5 demanded of him. He has Keto, who's pretty damn spicy on that Desert Eagle. And he's given him some info. That's a big contribution. Rops has solved the mystery. The site open. There's not much more he can do other than just save it once again. He's gonna have to watch the 14th just slowly.
I think he has to have a look. Like, I know it sounds mental here. 2,400 loss bonus in the next round. Oh, I'd love to see him have a look here. He can buy an AWP regardless. I know it would be a miracle. I know it would be mental.
Yeah.
I know it would be almost impossible, but it's feeling bleak right now. Exit kills, great. That's going to look good on the stat lines afterwards, but you're not getting rounds on the board. Only 2 CT rounds here for Big to boast. mousesports, just the changes.
This was their problem, though. We looked at their nuke. Didn't they get absolutely battered by Ents on their defense? Like, they couldn't defend Ents' T-side either.
That was just yesterday as the third map, right? As the decider right there. They had a rough time on their CT half.
I have it in front of me. Let me see. Yeah, they got 4 rounds on that second defensive half. They weren't able to defend against Snappy's calling, and they're having some similar issues again today. Big Clan, the more favored side, and it does seem to be getting under their grill.
Oh, boy. 2 more rounds now for mousesports. Bunch of rookies in this roster. You mentioned it, Rops, the most experienced member. Dexter coming over, making the trip to Europe to in-game lead.
Yeah, I mean, and he hasn't ever made top 16 prior to his arrival on European soil. Now he's within touching distance. He had to beat his ex-team to get here.
This is a change again.
Robs, though, already down the bench.
Oh, they didn't even hear it.
Searson had no idea.
This one's over.
Yeah, even that bullet tagging up to the Tabson unbreakable presence. They've got the low side. Keto would have to have a hero moment. 8 frags so far in 23 rounds of play. He has been kept honest, and Tabson partners up with him. They have to do something spectacular here. The timing on this smoke isn't bad, but there's still so much of the round to play out. The glass breaks. That will pull the nade out of his hands. Isolating the duel a little here onto the single door. This is everything. Baiting the shot nicely. A very effective jiggle. The supportive flash. And a nice one from Tizian. He is doing everything he can for Big Clan. They're considering the top rotation, and that's Gade's responsibility. He knows it's a possibility.
So much time for this. They're going to go straight into Gade's hands if they
do.
go up the vent.
If they just fly up, there's no way Dexter can hit this shot. He even telegraphs it.
Oh, it's going to draw.
A fake.
It might draw Tizian into them.
It's a fake. He confirms it immediately now. The denial from the door swing. Will they fake it out? Acor, the bodyguard, doesn't choose to engage initially. Tizian wants to bide time. Acor's opted to clear out single. This one breaks. Big Clan howls, but Tizian continues to add frags to his tally. 3 so far from the German. And Gade will finish it off with pizzazz. Big say play on.
Oh, Lord, the mind games in that moment. The fact that Tizian didn't just start rotating on the back of that smoke. If you're Gade, you're saying that there's a player in the vent. He's smoking main. They might be coming up. The fact that you're not overstepping the mark, they're hoping that you do.
And Tizian, I mean, he had to do so much there. The org from Keto gets nothing done. The flashes were great to lock him out, but Tizian gets 3 huge frags and not falling for the initial, I have to take this fight. Didn't get lulled into that at all, and they unite to put the 10th on the board. 2
of these 3 rounds that mousesports here have lost within this half, they've had big advantages. The fact that Rops gets down the vent, he controls the rotation, finds the opening kill, they get everybody down secret, and then they still lose the round, and just reflect to much earlier in the piece here.
Yeah.
Much earlier in the piece, they had themselves in a 2-on-5 situation. Tabson pushes lobby, kills Rops, Gade from behind the bomb box in top side, takes them all out. That's 2 fumbles from mousesports here, and they only need 2 more rounds.
And those are the kind of rounds that will keep you up at night if you find yourself absent from that legend stage tomorrow.
The question is for Big, replicating rounds when you're down in players, that's not easy to do. How many more times are you going to be able to pull that off? What is going to be the conversation change right here? You've got the AWP back. Syrison has got it in his hands. mousesports this time round a little bit light on utility. Their economy finally whittled down to a point where Big can mount a comeback here late within this second half. Oh, they're so quick across. Syrison spotted this. Two of them have already made it.
It's a nice angle, but yeah. The only chance he has now is onto Acor. Bemis has slipped across with the bomb already. Tabson opens up the account for Big, and Tabson makes it 2. Will that be a double, sir? Yes, it will.
Huge gap here for Rops to work with, and so much time as well. Now, this would be one of the occasions where Rops might have to take a couple of liberties here to get them back into it. If they just sit, if they wait, if they hit the brakes, we may just see this end up with the 3 players saving right now. Rops has to take a risk. He has to find some space.
He's got it in him. I mean, don't forget, this is the first series, first map he's posted a negative rating on one map of the series. Nuke could be his second, but he's still got time to change that dialogue.
Look how methodical he was, and now he's going to drop on back. He's cleared all that out, but there's so many problems. Big with the 2-man advantage, you're just turtling up. They've got so much util, they have multiple Molotovs, a smoke, flashes as well. And I hate to say it, as the time continues to go down, this becomes less and less likely that mousesports can even contest.
But you can see there's intention still. I mean, he smoked that off to enable a safe passage of Acor as well. He's actually choosing to clear out close main. That would enable Rops to walk into top side. Lobby presence is shown. Acor calls main clear.
20 seconds left, boys.
I'm not sure if there's a
commitment.
commitment.
It's just a save. You could tell that as soon as those first 3 kills went down, right? Because if Rops had actually taken a risk, if he'd actually taken, which you need to do, when the chips are down, you have to take a risk. And there, he went through his clears. We followed it through. You know what he's going through in his head, but they haven't stepped over that mark. But this is like Mouse. They like to play the long game here, but they do have some drama starting to mount because of the back and forth nature. They've only just got themselves 1900 coming into the bank balance. I would like to see them force buy behind these 3 rifles, because you can get some pistols and little bits of light utility on the likes of Frozen and Dexter. Acor can chip in BMS as well. But then the question mark is, next round's only 2400. If they don't get a plant, if they're not successful in the round, they have to take a save. The scoreline's going to read 14-13. Then we get the guns out again. It's going to get real tense now, and they've actually opted to go for the save on Frozen and Dexter.
So they're doing a full 3-man weapon round with a single smoke to count on, and Frozen doesn't even get to play the game. Cancelled immediately by Syrison. Big will know that they've got the opportunity here to close the gap and twist the knife. Keto tested ramp. He has util for this, and I think it's going to be the bait and switch. Take a shot, get yourself out of dodge, and 2 of them down.
That's huge
Ramp
space.
room is taken. Yo, Syrson's under scrutiny as well here. You can see he's opted to elevate it just a little bit to stop that crosshair being placed perfectly onto the dome. He averts his gaze as they just contact walk it. Loud now. And he just missed the shot. Has to get out of there. Defensive smoke will keep them guessing. I don't hate that at all. They could still jump through. There's so many ifs, buts, and maybes. mousesports still have those 3 rifles alive.
It's actually pulled Tabson to go lower and then come up secret. So if they were to go towards this lower bomb site, they still have the smoke on BMS. They can use that towards Decon. They can use that towards the windows.
Keep your eyes on that clock. Keep your eyes on that clock. They're coming into Ram now.
It's all on Keto here.
So much on his plate.
Has to stop them.
Okay, okay. That's still not the rifles. It's 3 kicking. Kevlar up. Hunting him. They know he's on the site. Delaying as best he can. Acor connects a crucial shot, and the doors are open. Tabson can contest. And that's enough for Rops. He will contribute again. 3v5 turned on its head, equalized. Door sound cue yet to be made. He's got Darken on it, locked. Bemis again for Mouse. It looks like 15 looms. They recover this beautifully. And the door slams shut, denied. As they advance, Bemis again, and that's 15. mousesports break through. And you can see what it means to them. They chose not to invest. That save, Chad, was crucial. Those are enough to pull it across the line. Bemis with some big contributions. Rops as well, the bodyguard. And now 4 series points for the Legend stage.
That is huge. That pressure they applied on Syrison is what forced the rotation of Tabson to go all the way to Secret and back up towards Yard. And that just meant Keto was the lone defender on the site. I cannot believe they dealt with that. Mouse have been dropping the number advantage situations, and now they've won one of their own. Just 1 more, 5 more kills required here. mousesports will qualify for the Legend stage, only 2 slots left.
Well, Dexter, let's see what that call's going to be, my boy. He's got Frozen parked. Wall of smokes to see his safe passage. It does look like he's going to be quite actively taking that space, or at least confirming an absence of defense. But with so many through the squeaky, Gade's responsibility, and they're looking the wrong way. Oh, the quick switch may have cost him. It's only the one. Does extinguish, will buy time. Tizian, just an MP9. Searson, though, feeling fine. Dexter's gone, and issues now. Need that. Frozen posts it, does tuck into the warehouse, and they've got time to chill. Cool their jets. Tabson's going for this walk. I wonder if he is going to stay restrained or if he will catch Frozen on a timing. Frozen's ready. This is what he was waiting for, but he's unable to convert, and a tut of his tongue. Well traded. Rops has at least caught something into the top side. Now the bomb is there and they know it. Org in Heaven is a perfect weapon for this job. Molly the backside, scoop up the bomb. You've got 20 seconds. You're going for it down the vent, and Tabson, he's got it booked. Both in quick succession. Acor thrust into the clutch.
He could definitely plant.
Okay, Acor. Loud. Here's one. Vent side. Considers ramp an option as well. A quick flick of his mouse. He's just hidden. If he gets to dark, he has got at least a good angle. Sound cue confirms Tizian's gone for control side. He's low. It's about their checks. Oh. He gets spotted. Strikes into the first. He can play this out. Acor looking to go 1v3. Oh, and he's exposed on the jiggle. Keto stays high. And he will be riding a high as they weather the storm of the first.
You understand why Acor has to pick there. He didn't plant for himself. No. If he allows Keto to get to the bomb and toys with him in that situation, that's such a difficult round to win. But what options do you have if you're Acor? You're trying not to make any sound cues. You're trying to give yourself something to work with, and he did. And another close one here. They're going to keep big under this pressure, under the pump. But the economy, again, just becomes a little bit of a question mark for Mouse. There's plenty to splash for AKs for most. 2 MAC-10s, though. Frozen and Dexter have bought 2 MAC-10s. Acor can get an AK as well. The fact that he hasn't gone for an AWP when the money's there, this might be quick to finish this. This might be the uppercut to lock this one out and get it done. The windows are broken. They're going quick.
It can end in a moment's notice. 1 minute 45. We could see 2 deaths in the first 10 seconds. Here they come. Searson down. Humbled completely. The AWP falls into enemy hands. Frozen can apply his trade with that. They can completely flatten Keto. And they do pull the plug on it. Down goes Frozen. Okay. Leveling it out. Bomb, where is it? Rops has got a real opportunity here to try and punish that CT, and already the bodies are dropping. Only 2 for Big Clan. Just keep fighting. Tizian a dink. It's just not enough. Gade, the new addition to save them or eliminate them. There we go. 16 is found, and Dexter joins the European team and gets his first top 16. mousesports. We'll see you tomorrow.
Oh, huge stuff. Absolutely mental scenes here, and you can just see it, the pure elation for these boys right here. Oh, it hasn't been easy. The RMR, the first one this year, the Flashpoint event, they won it. They didn't strike. They struck.